I have 56 days to complete one of RuneScape 3's biggest challenges. Leagues is here, a brand new game mode for RuneScape 3, which allows you to experience the world on a fresh account while gaining points and unlocking game-breaking relics to spice up your progression. My goal is to achieve 400 million experience and unlock a max cape, but there's one catch. I only have 99 hours to do it. Welcome to the 99-hour man. I can't brute force this with playtime. It's going to come down to theory crafting and unique methods. I only have 3 hours to achieve each 99, so I need to move fast. My early game strategy is to get higher tier relic unlocks as fast as possible. Every time you hit a certain point threshold in leagues, you unlock a new relic. This gives a powerful boost that you can pick, as well as passive unlocks and increased XP multipliers. That means faster skilling, faster unlocks, and faster points. The first relic I will pick is something called Excavator, and I'm hardly going to use it at all, at first at least. My priority is points, not XP. If I spend all day grinding mining or archaeology, it's game over. Our XP multiplier is only 4, and we need the next relic as soon as possible to get that multiplier up to 6, essentially a 50% XP increase. I'm going to use a different relic path than the meta because I'm going for a fast max, not points. Like all true gamers, I ignored rank 1's advice and decided to completely plank my run in the first 3 minutes of beginning leagues. This death was unfortunate, but it allowed me to get to Burthorpe much faster than initially planned. I took advantage of this to complete my Slayer task in an unoccupied chicken coop and begin my early game strategy. It's critical for this account that I get as many points as possible early on so I can unlock higher XP multipliers and broken relics. I locked in my early free points for pickpocketing a hero without level 1 thieving and chopped down an elder tree. This was a quick 280 point boost which shot my account ahead and still works as far as I know. For the elder tree, you do need to wait 5 minutes after clicking it, and then it'll reward points. I also received insider information from a friend that the Arty Knight pickpocketing task works the same way. I don't ever want to spend time failing pickpockets here, so grabbing this early allows me to skip the task and do better thieving methods for XP. I hit 750 points for my first relic very fast in this league. I started late, which meant I had time to take advantage of these early bird bonuses as people discovered them without wasting time in game. This will be absolutely massive because I'll get all the agility points much sooner. That's right, I am going with golden footed. There are a few reasons I did this, and it turned out to probably be the best decision I could have possibly made for this league. Honestly, I just hate agility, but now I don't. It's free. I'll be 99 with almost no time spent training agility after just 28 hours of game time. I only have 3.4 hours to get every 99, so every single one I can do in under 3 hours gives me that wiggle room I need for slower 99s like woodcutting. This is going to be tight and may not be possible depending on how fast I can get points. Before leagues, I spent approximately 5 hours going through every single shop in the game. I mean literally every single shop in the game. Not even old holiday shops were spared. I was doing this because I need money and I need fast skilling strategies. I discovered about 2 or 3 strategies that I had not seen being discussed anywhere across Discord, Reddit, private chats with theory crafters, or in-game. The first is something I call the Lamp Farmer. You'll notice that the tier 2 relic has an option called Farming Frenzy, which the majority of players picked, but I didn't. It instantly grows any crop you plant to full and allows you to harvest it instantly. This can be used to get a quick 99 farming by buying saplings from Kodin in the Cluries district of Brifdinis and planting them over and over, but that only really solves 1, maybe 2 skills. It didn't have enough pull for me. But then I discovered the Arc Shop. The Arc is a skilling hub related to player-owned ports where you can explore private islands and do some of the best skilling methods in the game, even to this day. One lesser used piece of the Arc is berry bushes. Bushes are a nice way to passively farm chimes while trying to unlock all of the Arc reward shop items. The downside is they take 1 to 2 days to grow. Theoretically, you could use the farming relic to harvest these bushes instantly, giving you unlimited chimes and farming XP because each bush gives more seeds than it takes to grow. It's possible to sell these bush seeds and fruit for chimes, meaning you can max out your daily chime cap every single day with almost zero time input. It's then possible to exchange chimes for lamps, meaning you get several million XP for free every single day. I decided not to do this method because it's incredibly risky. Either it doesn't work at all, which is quite likely as bushy growth potions don't work on these bushes, or it would potentially get patched if it was too game breaking. It also would trivialize this challenge, so I went with Golden Foot, but I did really want to try this out, so I had some friends check it, and it turns out it has actually been patched, so it does not work. That is why I am glad I chose Golden Foot. It has gotten me so many league points while I'm focused on grinding other tasks. When I'm low on money, I can quickly do an agility course and buy whatever I need, but obviously I don't want to be doing agility laps unless absolutely necessary, which is why I let my level build up passively in the background. That way, when I do the lap tasks, I'll get the most money possible. The first lap task I did was the wilderness course. I only need 10 laps and the course was very fast, so easy points and easy money. From there, I jumped right into my quest arc. I started off with the fishing contest quest because I had already gathered worms while starting You Are It earlier. This allowed me to jump several fishing levels in seconds. I'll also combo this with Sea Slug for more fishing levels soon. Every time I hit a new area, I try to add in all the quests in that region I can. And there is Demon Slayer done. That should unlock the third relic for me. I'm going to go with Assassin because it offers some really nice banking and early game tellies, which will help with my point grind, and it'll get me to very useful places in the late stage of the game too. Vampire Slayer is going straight into attack. I can't stand training early melee, so this is where that lamp is going to go. I'm basically rushing the tier 4 as fast as possible. Jagex has just changed the point thresholds, which was such a good move, and makes the early grind a lot less painful. I'm getting close to tier 4, so it's time to jump into my final grind. I'm going to check off a lot of skilling point tasks using my excavator relic while positioning myself to blast into Fletching. The second busted shop method I found during my search is about Fletching. Basically, everything you buy and sell to a shop loses money. There are a few exceptions like the Culminancer's chest, but basically, you always lose money. One other exception is buying arrow shafts, feathers, and rune arrowheads. You make a very small profit on this, but you can only buy a few arrowheads at a time, so it's not really a viable Iron Man method. Also, you need to get into the Rangers Guild to buy the shafts. I'm using my Assassin Skull to teleport to Jacqueline to get quick Slayer tasks, which I can use for range training, while also knocking out some early Slayer. I also use the Skull for rapid banking with Turiel or Vanica, and teleporting into Prif. Prif is going to get my final points for tier 4. There are some big point tasks here that I can do quickly, like burning these logs, getting the lodestone, and finishing off 10 laps of the Heffen course. This is also going to get me the exact amount of GP I need for my upcoming method. Okay, and there we are, tier 4 unlocked. It's time to secure Production Master. Production Master gives a mega brooch of the gods, probably what I'm using for the thumbnail, that speeds up basically every artisan skill and gives a 30% XP buff to most gathering skills via urns. It is 100% the pick over the clue relic for my grind. It also spawns big book clue catalysts that give XP buffs and master and elite clues, and it gives Manifest Shadow Memories and Siren Spirits and even more buffs. It's so good. One last thing, it gives the effects of every portable in the game, and that is what will take the Rune Arrow method to the next level. My GP issues are solved. I'm starting off by buying roughly 80,000 arrow shafts from the Ranging Guild, and then I'll grab 80,000 feathers from the fishing shop in Port Sarim. If I hold down the spacebar, I can click the arrow shafts and it'll instantly make 900 for me every click. This XP is so busted. Next, we're going from Port Sarim to the Void Knight Outpost. Here, there is a ranging shop that sells 10 rune arrowheads at a time. The guild shop only sells 5, so this will cut our arrowhead time in half. Due to unlimited shop stock, I can just spam click buy max over and over in the bottom right of the window, obviously making sure I have rune arrowheads selected and not something else. This is a lot faster than manually smithing the bars into arrowheads. If you set up mouse keys, you can probably buy about 100 plus arrowheads a tick, but I opted to buy around 30 a tick and further develop carpal tunnel instead. Okay, here comes the fun part, making arrows. 32k XP. That is insane. 99 is going to be a breeze. Besides buying the arrowheads, because the brooch gives portable effects, we get extra arrows. These extra arrows are pure cash injections into our account. You'll see I start with only a couple mil, and in the end I finished with 8 mil or something crazy. This is a great way to multiply money before you get to perfection, which I'm still not planning to take for the content. You guys owe me. This does make Banger's Note a tiny bit more competitive since GP is less of an issue, but it's still not enough GP to justify the choice for most players. I'm cranking out 70 million XP per hour right now. If you can get a brooch proc mid-fletch, it adds so much XP, and that is it, lads. Our first 99, 1 skill down, 28 to go. I'm making it look easy right now, but it's not so clean. In order to get here, it took many hours. I already have over 5 hours used up. I'm only supposed to spend 3 hours per 99, so things are going to remain very tight. I need to be more efficient with my choices and get out of the low to mid game as soon as possible. There are a number of quests that should help with that, while also progressing points. I'm starting off with some easy quests to boost my combat stats up. Once I'm higher combat, I'll be able to use Wilderness Flash events to quickly progress into higher combat stats, which is when training gets good. And there's the Tree Gnome Village quest done, easy attack levels. I'm going straight into the Grand Tree quest even though I need to kill a black demon. What I haven't told you guys is that I've been secretly training Necromancy in the background. While we have all the melee chads doing their thing, I'm taking the more casual Necro build. Early on, it won't be great, but it should save me a lot of soul grinds later, and it's the combat style I prefer for all-around content. Tier 40 Necro gear is all set. It's time to get some combat levels. That is the Grand Tree done. The Grand Tree attack XP is so good. Let's see, that gets us straight to level 61. I also saved up a few flash event lamps, which I'm going to use to boost to 70 attack. Later on, I can buy a crystal bow from the roving elves and convert it into a crystal halberd. That will get us 160 points and provide a great melee training weapon. Next up, we've got Dragon Slayer, a classic. It's an outstanding quest to get early defense and strength levels. The boss is so easy with 40 Necro, I don't even have space for the head. And that is it, Dragon Slayer complete. 60 defense, which will unlock some more point tasks for gear equips. I can't use the strength lamp yet because I'm only level 18 and you need at least 40 to get it, but I have plans for that later. It's time to push towards my tier 5 relic to get further combat boosts. Believe it or not, this is all part of the plan to get 99 cooking in record speed. I need combat to get the points to get me to tier 6. Going to finish this up with an Anachronia agility lap. You get points for every piece of the course and extra points for doing it in under 7 minutes. That should be pretty easy with the movement abilities that we have unlocked. We are choosing Necromancy for tier 5. Melee is tempting, but Necromancy doesn't require ability or weapon unlocks for super good DPS, so it's the one for me. Also, you get some easy free points for conjuring stuff. The big downside to Necro is upgrading your gear is a slog. This will cut into my time, but I don't need the absolute best gear since we have a 100% hit chance. It will be a lot easier to get better weapons with the other styles, especially with Sun Spirit being handed out with the upcoming quest unlocks. The second benefit is I don't need to worry about armor. I can use melee armor since my hit chance is 100%. That will save us so much time trying to get gear together. You can purchase decent enough sets for the other styles or make them yourself pretty easily. The reason I'm focused on combat is because Slayer gives a ton of points. If you search the task list on the wiki, you'll find several thousand points directly related to killing medium to high level Slayer monsters. And I want all of those points before we hit tier 7. There's one or rather 4 Slayer tasks in particular that give a ton of points early on, completing 5, 15, 50, and 75 Slayer tasks. 5 and 15 give 90 points total, and 50 and 75 give 400 points total. I do 9 tasks in a row from Jacqueline in Lumbridge using my Assassin Skull to teleport there, and then do my 10th task with the dude in Canifis for extra Slayer points, which we'll need later on. This is an okay way to level up early Necro levels, get some early Slayer levels, and get a lot of points towards tier 6. And then check it out, 100 ashes scattered. There we are, 50 tasks completed, an easy 200 points. I'll do 25 more for another 200. It would sort of be more efficient to wait and do this slowly while leveling up Slayer, but tier 6 boosts my XP multiplier from 8 times to 12 times, essentially a 50% XP increase. So getting there as soon as possible is more important to me than absolute skilling efficiency. And there we are, 75 tasks completed. That was actually pretty chill and decent combat XP. I even got 70 defense on the way, which helps lock in more points for wearing Necronium armor. I'll be using melee armor the whole way since it's so much easier to make than Necro gear and I have 100% accuracy. I've just completed the tier 60 Necro Killy task, but I don't want to make the bars right now. I'll do that later when I seriously grind Necromancy since the time will probably be worth it for the increased damage. Now it's time for even more points. I'll take a quick Gate of Elidness stop. The Gate of Elidness is a great skilling option for many people. I won't be using it much during my grind, but if you're looking for AFK crafting, I do have a video on how to do that at the gate. It's very good XP and worth trying out if you don't want to bother with gathering ingredients. You can also get some decent construction and divination XP here and helpful skilling offhands. I am personally not going to grind here because the skilling offhands and XP rates. And that's an easy 84. Oh, no way. That's so good. I needed a battle staff. and I can use the keys for a couple of different tasks. Honestly, this is probably the luckiest loot possible. That's an extra 140 points from the gate. The priv chest is definitely bugged, but I don't care. I got the points. That is such a nice boost. I did not expect that at all, but that will save us a lot of time. I'm doing some Shattered Worlds for Slayer levels to get a few more Slayer points. You can buy huge lamps for 6 mil anima, which are pretty good XP at higher levels. I do think there are more efficient options for Necromancy at high levels, but if you choose the melee build and have a Dragon 2H, you can get insane rates here with the Feeling Pumped Relic. Now I got high enough Slayer level, it's time for some more points from Slayer. Oh, and there's 99 agility, big points, but that does mean I am about 28 to 30 hours into Leagues. I need to speed things up. Due to all of the Slayer earlier, I have a ton of Slayer points which I can use to unlock Broad Arrow Fletching. I haven't done Smoking Kills, which means the regular Slayer shops will not sell Broad Arrowheads, but I can go to the Wilderness Bandit Camp General Store with a skull on to buy broad arrows there. I am getting really close to tier 6, so it's time to just rush out some random tasks. Alright, we're on our final one, finishing with a basic Necromancy potion. What a way to end the combat tier grind. Now I have thought very deeply about this tier 6 choice. I suggest basically 99.5% of players take Perfection. It's so good. It gives you some instant 200 mils, lots of free AFK 99s at pretty good speeds, and all the perks for your gear you can imagine. Or you can choose a portable bank that offers seemingly no benefit at all. You can't even use the bank in combat, you can't bring it into DG, you can't get unlimited money from it like you can with Perfection. I guess it speeds up rune crafting. So yeah, that's the one I'm taking. We're doing Banker's Note. This may be a world first, guys, I'm not sure, but I am so excited to try this tech out. Perfection is cool, but Banker's Note introduces new gameplay in a way Perfection doesn't, and that's what excites me so much about it. Let's get testing it out. I'm only going to give myself like 20 minutes to try things since I do have a very tight time crunch to get to max, but I want to see if a few things work. That's so tragic. You can't smuggle gear out of Shattered Worlds. I remember many years ago, there was a new Aura Jagex released that allows you to open a resource dungeon with a bank inside it, and it worked in minigames. My friend and I at the time smuggled things out of so many different minigames for fun. I still have a few remnants in my bank, but since then they have added a ton of checks to items to prevent them from getting smuggled and used in the main game. I was sort of hoping to find some decent smuggles like blood runes from Barbarian Assault back in the day to get unlimited GP, but I think that's out the window. But there are some other cool things I can do. I have 2 quests to do, and then we're going to get 99 cooking in seconds just to show you guys the potential of Banker's Note and what's to come in the future. That's Jungle Potion complete. Next up, we have we have the second Karamja village quest, and that's done. Completing this quest gives me access to a few XP rewards and shops in the village, most notably a Karambwam shop. They're a very special fish because they give nearly the same XP as a shark, but you can cook them as soon as level 30 cooking. I also got some cooking brawler gloves from a flash event. Testing out the brawler gloves, it turns out they use only 1 charge per full inventory of fish with the Production Master relic choice. That's a massive cooking XP boost. Using Banker's Note, I can easily buy out the shop for Karambwams, which I wouldn't be able to reasonably do otherwise. Once you hit tier 7, you can advance time your kingdom for raw fish, but they will be lower XP, use up your time runes, and most importantly, not give you points towards tier 7 because you're already tier 7. I need to get to tier 7 fast, so knocking out stuff like 99 cooking now will be a huge help. There we go, almost 3,000 fish purchased. It took me under 10 minutes to do this, and it wasn't even that painful. You can add Banker's Note to your action bar to automatically do its last action for you. For example, noting these fish, or if you're doing combat, you could have it unnote cooked fish for unlimited food, which is a nice perk. I'm going to Shanty Pass to cook these fish. There's a bank box right there that you can light a fire by. Using a player-made bonfire gives a small cooking XP boost, so that's why I'm going to do it. I don't know if it actually works on Iron Man, but I assume it does. No way, man. 130k XP drops. This is so busted. And look at my brawlers. They're hardly using charges. I could definitely get this to 50 mil XP if I wanted for some more points, but I'm not feeling that right now. I made 2 presets, one with fish and one with a log, but I think it's actually a time waste to bother making a log preset since this is so fast. There's 1,000 fish cooked, easy points. I'm so close. We ran out of Quran bombs. It's time to grab a few lobsters. And there we are, level 99 cooking, another 99 down, and 26 more to go. I am so excited for the remainder of this grind. We're finally powered up, moving into the end game, and going to be able to access some busted XP rates. Now that we have a 99 cooking, I can grab a few extra points making a wild pies. Wild pies are a newer addition to the game which boost your Slayer level, and it's possible to upgrade them to a wilder pie at level 90 cooking by adding a crushed dragonstone to a raw wild pie. These pies give a constant +6 Slayer boost for 6 minutes, sort of like an overload but for Slayer. I'm not quite 96 Slayer yet, but by using these pies, I can kill the level 96 Slayer monsters and lock in 800 extra points towards tier 7. I found Banker's Note to be so useful while farming monsters. It lets me note helpful items that don't drop noted, and I can use it for extra food if necessary. It also saves me so much time with banking. I'm going to get the tier 70 Necro weapons to help speed up combat tasks and get us to tier 7 faster. There are 2 different weapon upgrade paths you can take with Necromancy, the power path or the tank path. I need to choose the fastest path so I can spend the rest of my time getting XP. The tank path is typically the fastest path. You need to kill the Barth brothers once, 100 dragons, and get a fish pie. But I am going to take the power path instead. This is because the tank path requires 20 greater necroplasm per Barth's brother, which I can't buy on the GE. I need to make them, and all those rituals take a lot of supplies and time to do correctly. Time I do not have. Instead, I'll kill 5 mole and 5 Calphite Queen and call it a day. Turns out the Calphite Queen is a joke with Necromancy. I definitely made the right choice here. I have no regrets going the power path. Because I have Banker's Note, I can bank all the drops I need between kills, no need to regroup, and come back. I can also unnote food from my lobster pile whenever needed, so healing is not a problem. There are a few drawbacks to Banker's Note that I do need to mention related to this. 1, you cannot open the bank during combat, which means you need all of your supplies already pulled out and ready to unnote before you start a combat encounter. The second big problem is you need to type in how much of an item you want to unnote unless you're doing the exact same unnote as the last time. So for example, if I want to unnote a prayer potion and then a lobster, I would need to type in how many lobsters I want to unnote. It's possible for a monster to attack and interrupt this box, making it very hard to get the food you need and potentially killing you. This can be very dangerous, so I suggest pre-unnoting your food to prep Banker's Note and have the rest of your supplies unnoted already. I suppose this doesn't really matter to 99% of you guys, but it is good info if you took Banker's Note. I almost forgot to mention I needed to do a few quests for the Achilles task, and Banker's Note came through. It is so good for questing. You can just open your bank, grab whatever item you need for that step, and keep going. It saved me so much time. Now that I have 5 mole and 5 Calphite Queen kills, it's time to get the tier 70 gear. This is another place where Banker's Note shines, grabbing essence for rune crafting. I'll show you guys how insane it can be later on in the video. Alright, we are ready. It's time to use our wild pie to check off some Slayer points. I've gone through the various Slayer tasks and determined which ones will give the most points in the least amount of time. There are 200-point tasks like kill 50 dinos or 50 bile blooms, which seem really good on the surface, but that's potentially an hour or two to finish, which I don't have time for. Right now, I need to get 26 99s in 50 hours. That's not going to happen if I spend all my time on tasks like this. Ideally, I want to get about 600 to 1,000 points per hour, or get points while training skills fairly efficiently. First off on my wild pie list, we have a living wyvern. Oh no, I just panic spammed. I have my eat food button keybound to F1, and when I did that, it ate my wild pie, so I'm gonna have to make some more pies, I guess. All right. Oh well. Oh, now and there we just died, so that means the boosted stats are gone too. All right. Oh well. Up to the next one. I'm gonna do Camel Warriors next. That is an easy 200 points, much chiller than the Wyverns. I'm also going to kill some Dark Beasts for Fellstock Seeds and a quick 80 points. They're a decent source of herbs at mid-game levels. Now, we'll finish up the combat points for now with the Cattern Warriors for another quick 80 points, and maybe some Abyssal Demons just for another quick 200. Now, I'm going to do something that logically might seem kind of insane to everyone. We're going to complete the Extinction quest series. This was originally part of my plan to unlock the Dream of II for great AFK experience rates, but Jagex gave everyone access without doing Extinction. It takes roughly 10 hours to complete the quest line, which is over 10% of my total allowed time to max. So this is a huge risk, but I'm still going to do it. This is because it, one, gives a lot of points for milestones both during the pre-quest and a fat 400 point drop at the very end, and two, it gives 4 lamps equivalent to 11 million XP at the 16 times XP multiplier. The first quest progression required is Desperate Measures to Desperate Times, and then the Effigy Incubator unlock via Sins of the Father. I'm gonna focus on this branch first because the incubator is essential to my final plan, regardless of if I actually complete Extinction or not. I'll be honest, I did Desperate Measures and Desperate Times a while ago before they changed up the plan with II, but there they are done, an easy 280 points for those quests. The Effigy Incubator quest is really fast compared to both of those. In order to do the Effigy Incubator, I need level 85 in rune crafting. Because we have Banker's Note, it shouldn't be too bad, but Essence is really hard to get without high level combat or many hours of AFK mining, which I just don't have to spare. I'm doing one of the very first quests new players do in order to unlock some of the most endgame content in the game. Make it make sense. And that is Rune Mysteries Complete. Now I have access to the Rune Essence chest held by the Wizard Tower Archmage. This bad boy will solve our essence problems. Basically, every rune crafting level, it gives you more and more essence for free, so as I level up, I can come back and grab more essence to infinitely supply myself to a point. I'm using the Urania altar, better known as the Omni altar or ZMI altar. It gives you a bunch of random runes, including ones you can't make yet, and it gives you 2 times XP without needing to run through the abyss. People normally avoid this altar because you don't get the abyss buff and it's a pain to run to, but I don't need to run. Banker's Note is going to carry us so hard here. This is stupid fast. I love it. It's moments like these where I have zero regret taking Banker's Note. People seriously underestimate the time save of not needing to bank at all. It's probably saved me several hours by now, and I'm just getting started. I'm going to check out the Death Altar out of curiosity just in case it's more XP per essence. I definitely don't have enough essence for level 99, so I need to be more efficient with my essence. It's very important that I have a bunch left at level 99. I'm going to sacrifice a lamp from the World Wakes in order to finish off level 85. The World Wakes is a quest that you guys should all do. It doesn't have any prerequisites and gives insane prayer XP on top of the typeless lamps you get. It's what allows me to get 99 prayer despite not having unlimited GP to do cleansing crystal spam. Lost Souls will help out with the last little bit to 99 too. The most important thing for Effigy Incubator, besides making all your unfinished effigies before the timer runs out, is putting them into the incubator before that time runs out too. That will double your output. I suggest gathering shards in the middle until about 2 minutes 20 seconds, then grab all the shells you need, and then quickly make and deposit them at the end. And there we are, 87 rune crafting. It's not huge, but I need to get this before the end of September. We can do this again in October at a higher level. The XP scales to your rune crafting level, so it's good to do this at the highest level possible. One great strategy for rune crafting training is filling these effigies via the herb patch during the Crewie's Voice of Siren. You can break open the effigies and use lamps on rune crafting to blast to 99. I will not be doing this since I didn't choose Farming Frenzy and I have Banker's Note, but it's a good strategy. You'll also get butterflies, which give XP in your lowest skill during this process. The next grind for tier 7 is going to be thieving. I need 9,000 points to get from tier 6 to tier 7, which seems insurmountable, but there are so many elite tasks we can do to get there quickly as we start hitting these higher skilling levels. And there's the feud done. Now we have all the requirements to do a guild of your own, the final thieving guild quest, which unlocks safe cracking. A guild of your own complete. Safe cracking is very high XP per hour, and there's often downtime in between safes where you can do other stuff. I'll be hopping between tasks and safes to get to 99 in about an hour of actual thieving. The XP drops are so fat at 12 times multiplier, this is a lot of fun to do. I love just printing XP. And there we are at 93 thieving. At 90 thieving, you unlock the Wilderness Rogues Castle safes. These are 3 in a small room that give way more XP than every other safe, 17k base each. At a 12 times multiplier, that is over 200k XP per safe. The big downside and what caps the XP is that they take 5 or 10 minutes to respawn. I've got a little plan to avoid that downtime being a problem. We're going to use noted logs to train fire making in between safe respawns. And there we are at 90 fire making, 97 thieving, 98 thieving, halfway there, 92 fire making, and boom, the final safe, level 99 thieving unlocked, an easy 200 points. I'm gonna grab another 200 points in Prif. I'm trying to get caught by all 4 elf clans at once. I'm gonna pre-prep this by getting caught twice by each clan and then quickly get nabbed by 4 in a few minutes. There's another 200 points, easy gains. The fire making tech with Banker's Note goes way beyond just safe cracking. I was also able to use it in Herbie Werby and at flash events after hitting my personal goal. Overall, it's a great way to get some extra XP when you're stuck in place, but it's not as efficient as something like Sharp Shell Shards if you do the Extinction quest. It also allowed me to check off some big tasks like burning 10 Elder Logs for another 200 points. While we were at the ZMI rune crafting altar, I managed to get about 30 time runes. It's impossible to get time runes any other way before unlocking the time altar. They give some of the freest points in all of Leagues. Casting Crumble Undead is a quick 200 points at just 78 magic, and then we'll follow up with Paradox for another 200 points. Paradox is a very helpful spell to get some League tasks done since it increases your resource gather rate, but it's very hard to sustain before unlocking the Time Altar. And there we are, 99 mining from Flash Events, another 200 points, but more importantly, we're going to Falador. This dwarf right here sells a 99 mining cape, which I can use to boost one mining level to 100, allowing me to mine primal ore one level sooner. There are a few 200 point tasks with primal ore. The one I'm prepping for right now is mining one of every ore in under 10 minutes. Basically, I get each rock one hit away from being mined, sort of like I did with the elves, and then I'll run a quick lap around the perimeter and get one of each rock. Easiest 200 points of my life. I managed to snag 100 mining along the way, which also makes this a lot easier mid-run. The next task we're going to do is mining 30 primal ore. I'm going to use the Paradox spell to help speed this up a bit. There's another 200 points into the collection. I think it's time to send the rest of Extinction. I've been doing research and realized I need to complete the Vault of Shadows in order to do Izandra's quest. But there's one big problem I did not count on. You need over 80 pylon batteries to finish this quest and need every journal page. Basically, there are 8 shadow anchors scattered in the card at dig site that activate a table in the middle once they're all turned on. And I need to go into that table for the quest. Alternatively, I could wait for the pylon to be activated, but I want to do the quest now and I'll need to go in a few times anyways. Instead, I'm going to complete the Zerosian 1 collection log and turn it into Soren in Varrock. He gives you 20 batteries every time you finish the log, so 3 completions should be sufficient to activate all the pylons. I only need 3 completions because you can also get batteries randomly while excavating the artifacts. My real concern is getting all the materials required to restore the artifacts, since even with the excavator relic, you don't get enough materials to restore all your damaged artifacts. I managed to restore 2 sets of artifacts, but I do not have enough materials for the 3rd. Let's go turn these in. I can get the associate qualification now, which will let me do something a little sneaky to get the final materials: research. I'm sending off a research mission and heading to bed. Hopefully it gets us enough materials to finish off the artifacts I need. Good night. And good morning. Let's check the research mission. Okay, honestly, that's a lot less materials than I expected, but it'll help, I guess. I'll grab the last few from the dig site. And finally, all of the shadow anchors activated. Let's finish this mystery. And now I have all the requirements to Izandra's quest. I'm gonna spare you guys from Izandra's quest. Basically, it's a 1-hour spacebar simulator where you run around the world. My spacebar key legitimately started squeaking mid-quest, and it has still not recovered. Next, we have the city of Sentiston. I love this quest personally. I did it when it first came out and developed the power burst tech, which I added to the wiki, and it's still there to this day. Essentially, you need to bring these wards out of the city to Izandra, and you take ramping damage, but you can avoid it by power bursting out of the city instantly. I don't have power burst, so I ran, but overall, it's not too bad with the fast movement ability cooldown. High contrast mode is also very helpful during this quest to help find stuff you need to click on. That's City of Sentiston complete. Next up is the Battle of the Monolith. I was able to use Banker's Note during the battle, so while the enemies were fighting, I whipped out herb supplies and secured some extra point tasks and herb lore XP. I do need to get to 75 herb, which is going to be a bit of a struggle, so moments like this are important. Next up, I'm just going to quickly finish a couple of Eye of the Het mini quests, and after many more hours than expected, we have unlocked Extinction. I don't want to spoil too much about Extinction, but It turns out you can exit the needle part and keep your memories in your inventory, so don't waste 10 minutes like me insanely min-maxing your run. Head out with the energies and start again with a fresh timer. And now it's time for the boss fight. When I did this on release, I was able to chill in the corner and be totally fine, but it might be a little harder here. Oh man, we were so close. I think I need better food than lobsters. I'm gonna go to the gnome restaurant activity to grab some extra food for healing. I can use Banker's Note during the fight for a never-ending food supply, but if I can't out-eat the damage, it doesn't do me that much good. There we are, the boss fight is done. Finally, time to go grab our reward. Extinction is complete. The final piece of our plan, 400 points and so much XP sitting in my inventory, but I don't want to use these lamps until I get the last few points for tier 7 and the 16 times XP multiplier. It's time for the final point grind. Now that Extinction is over, I can do accidental fletching on the dino farm. This is such goofy content, I love it. And this Zygamite loves his haircut. Look at that guy, so dapper. Alright, first up, I'll use this propellant on Granny, 200 points, and now we'll make a Wen arrow using the ingredients from here and the Wenergy to finish a God arrow. 200 points, Ice Barrage in the desert, Mithril trophy is mine, Spellbook swap, 200 points, Ripper Demons with a Wilder Pie. I like this one in the wilderness since he's all alone, so I don't get piled by mistake. 200 points. 10 Lava Noodles, another 200 points. 40 Lanthodimes, 200 points. Somehow, that's a nice task. You should do that one. Highly recommend. I moved my house to Pripdinus, Telekinetic Box Trap. I found out it's possible to drink a magic potion to cast higher spells. Somehow I forgot this until my friend told me, but that's allowed us to grab some of these higher magic level tasks. We are in the serious endgame now. Time for a Blurst Rax kill with unlimited food and limited DPS. There we are, Rax is dead, 200 points. And this is it, fellas, the last spell stock. 200 more points for the collection. Tier 7 is unlocked. What a grind. I am sticking to the original game plan. We are grabbing Everlasting Faith. You can't beat Unlimited Prayer and 100% protection for my upcoming plans. But there's one problem. I barely have 30 hours left and over 20 99s to go. Now that we have the tier 7 relic, I can use the extinction lamps I've been saving in my inventory, but I'm not wasting all of them on rune crafting. Instead, we will use a single World Wakes 100k XP lamp and finish with Effigy Incubator to hit 100. I'm speedrunning 100 rune crafting because I need time runes. They are the single most important component of this entire Max Cape speedrun. At tier 7, we get unlimited access to the advanced time spell. It allows us to speed up many pieces of content with daily limits. For example, you can finish any archaeology research instantly. Usually it's capped at 3 casts per week to avoid exactly what we are about to do in this episode. It's time for round 2 of Banker's Note rune crafting. This never gets old. I have leftover essence from the Wizard's Tower chest, which I can use to both pound out time runes and train Hunter and Divination. That's right, I am using one of the most unconventional Hunter methods in Leagues. Instead of wasting time at Whirligigs or the Dream of I can spam rune crafting with Banker's Note to fill up effigies I made in the Effigy Incubator on my way to 100 rune crafting. These effigies can be turned into lamps that give XP in rune crafting, farming, or divination and hunter. And obviously that's what we're choosing. And there we are, 99 hunter, 99 divination, 2 more 99s done. This is only the beginning. By the end of this episode, we will have every single 99 in the game complete, and we have over 20 to go. Next up, we are going straight to the Dream of I. You can AFK at these stations for a minimum of 5.7 million XP per hour. This gets much higher for stations that work with urns, such as the fishing station. This is an area accessible at Tier 7 with the enhanced Pontifex ring that you can claim from the Sage and Lumbridge. All we need to do is set up our Anachronia base camp resources, then cast the advanced time spell to get a full day of resources instantly. This allows us to build 6 different skilling stations that give AFK experience in fishing, crafting, herblore, hunter, construction, and fletching. Out of all these skills, I will be doing predominantly fishing, herblore, and construction with a little bit of hunter mixed in. And we will start off with fishing. And there we are at 85 fishing. It hasn't even been an hour and I'm already at 93. This is so busted with urns. And there we are at 96. Now I'm going to do something that will save me a lot of time. Instead of AFKing that high final XP, we are going straight to the giant oyster on the underground tutorial island. This activity gives insane farming and fishing XP. And that gets us straight to level 99 fishing from 96, another 99 down. While I was at it, I did a wilderness event to finish up prayer. I got most of these levels from the World Wakes, but I'm finishing off the last few XP via wilderness events since I want to save my coins for summoning later. Next up, it's time to bang out 99 construction. This will be similarly easy like fishing. There's 91 construction, 92, skip a few, 96, god statues, and there we are, 99 construction is done. The tier 7 relic is so powerful. The XP multipliers, the advanced time, I'm feeling a lot better about getting this done. I have about an hour or two to get every 99 finished, but with all these buffs, we should be totally okay. And there's 99 fire making from a wilderness event. I did do the majority of my fire making via logs, but again, wilderness events are very powerful for those last few levels, so I'm working them in for some skills. Before I can finish herblore via the Dream of I actually need to reach level 75. I tried to do Tears of Gothics for it, but I forgot I had a lot of low-level skills still, so I got crafting XP, which was a disaster because crafting is going to be so fast, but we will get to herblore later. And there's 99 farming finished off a flash event. I was going to do a whole advanced time farm episode, but it wasn't necessary. Now it is crafting time. Once you've upgraded your base on Anachronia, you can buy uncut diamonds in batches of 5 from the shop there. When cut, they actually sell for more GP than the uncut version costs. Using Banker's Note and Production Master, this is going to be very quick. There's roughly 7,000 gems purchased. I have a few more in my bank. That took me under 10 minutes. And now the fun part begins. I recorded the entire level 60 to 99 grind, and it took me under 10 minutes to get here to finish off 99 crafting. And there we are, 99 crafting is complete. We are getting so much closer now, but I do have a lot of combat XP left, and I don't exactly have unlimited time to finish this off. Since I'm over 80 crafting, now I have access to invention. Even though I don't have perfection, I can use blueprints to level up quickly. Unfortunately, the low level blueprints do not give much XP, so I will need to level up one weapon. With unlimited shops, components are not a huge issue, and there we are with an augmented Necromancy main hand. It's time to begin the combat grind. I just realized my weapon hasn't leveled up at all because I didn't make the level 5 or 10 gear blueprints. Luckily, I still got XP on the weapon, so we're jumping straight up to level 3 on this. I am killing abyssal demons despite them being suboptimal XP for me because of a forgotten mechanic: wilderness monster contracts. You can grab these from Erskine, I don't know how to say her name, in Edgeville every 200 abyssal demons. I get a flat 42k base XP drop in whatever combat skill I want. So I can train stuff like ranged and melee via Necromancy, which is my tier 5 choice. With my 16-time multiplier, it's nearly 700k XP per contract, and I can do a bunch of them per hour on top of over 5 million Necro XP per hour. And there's our first contract. Let's grab some quick range levels. Second contract, let's get some strength levels started. And 98 Necromancy is done. I'm going very fast here, honestly, and there we are, 99 Necromancy, another one down. I'm going to quickly swap to Defense XP, which will also finish off using Necromancy. And I almost forgot, I am leveling up my invention gear too. There we are, level 9 offhand. The gear leveling does not scale with the multiplier, but I'm hoping the final Siphon XP will multiply. I'm a little scared it won't now. Alright, first I need to make a Siphon, and now the moment of truth. Okay, good. 2.7 million XP. Invention is solved now. We are good. It's time for the blueprint grind. I'm going to focus on the highest level blueprints I have access to, as they give the highest XP. I want to get them perfect, which I do by rotating components in and out until I get the highest bonus possible. Invention is different than other skills because instead of 13 million XP, you need 40 million XP for level 99. Luckily, the XP starts scaling a lot higher around level 70, which will help us out. We're getting so close. There's 95, 97. Whoa, no way. That one was perfect immediately for me. Nearly my last blueprint too. What a moment. Someone tell me the odds of that. Honestly, it's probably more common than you'd think, but that's cool. Final blueprint, 99. Well, 100 invention. We are done. The total grind after getting that level 99 weapon was only about 20 to 30 minutes for 40 million XP. Banger's Note was 100% the play for this prime. I had no need for perfection here. Let's send some more combat 99s. I'm mostly done with skilling at this point, so a lot of the remainder is going to be combat and then finishing off with dungeoneering, which is currently sitting below level 70. I have a few sneaky ideas to get that done along with a few other skills. Before that, I'm going to check off archaeology. I'm level 92 from the Extinction lamp I didn't use on rune crafting, and because I completed so many collections during the prereqs for Extinction, I have about 70k chronotes, which is the perfect amount for 99 archaeology. We are doing a research with advanced time. All I have to do is send off a 24-hour research mission and collect it for massive XP drops. This is also the most efficient way to train on the main game if you aren't in a rush to unlock archaeology. I have a whole video on it. It's controversial, but correct. And there is 99 archaeology, finally done. I'm going to knock out smithing next. I used the paradox spell to get elder rune bars very quickly with excavator, and then we're polishing off some burial elder rune boots for kind of long 99, honestly. This one was probably the longest yet since tier 7, but it is done. And back to combat we go. 97 defense, 93 hit points. We'll be all done at the Abyssal Demons soon. Let's use the contracts on ranged. I'm going to train ranged to 99 after defense is checked off. And there's 98 defense, another contract done, and 92 ranged, 99 defense, time to swap to ranged. I'm going to finish off this contract since it's kind of close, but then I'm going to swap to the Abyss because it will be much higher XP using the chins I've gathered from flash events. Yeah, we're getting 8 million XP per hour here. This was definitely the move. And there's 95. And here we are, 99 ranged, complete. We are entering the end game now. We are going to train melee with a crystal bow. That's right, I can buy a bow here and then turn it into a crystal halberd in Prifddinas. We're going to kill Calphites for melee to gather charms and finish off summoning at the same time. I got a lot of Crimson Charms at Abyssal Demons, but not enough for level 99. There we go, 99 attack checked off. I think I've figured out the best spot to stand for melee here. If you're in this spot, you can use the cleave ability to hit every single Calphite that attacks you. The downside is you need to turn off auto retaliate, but that allows us to optimize what Calphite we attack, and this isn't exactly slow XP. There's 97 strength. I've been using the super attack and strength pot drops to get some extra XP while training here. And that's 98 strength. I should have enough charms for summoning now. I'm buying all of my secondary ingredients from shops with Banker's Note. For Crimson Charms, I'll use bagged plants to make stranger plants. For blue charms, we'll use jugs of water for jellies. This is going to be so easy because I have Banker's Note. That means I can go to the Amlod district in Prifddinas during the Amlod Voice of Siren and make pouches similarly to the Taverley method, but using a lot less charms. This is pretty nice. I also don't need to do anything with the finished pouches, which is great. And there we are, 99 summoning. Time to finish off strength. I'm gonna do this at the Abyss since we don't need charms anymore, and it's super chill with Everlasting Faith. That's 99 straight complete. I only have 2 combats left, but first time for some quick herb lore. There we go, level 75. Finally, we can do the Dream of Ii. This is the slowest Dream of Ii skill because we aren't finishing off the final levels using a monthly activity, but there we go, 99 herb lore is done. And now we have 4 skills left: woodcutting, hit points, magic, and dungeoneering. We will finish all of these skills in DG. Dungeoneering requires combat to do solo, so I saved magic and hit points to level up here. Magic is the best combat style because there are bosses that prey against other styles, and I can use my ammo bind on teleport runes instead of arrows. If I had the achievements done, then ranged would be best, but I don't. I'm doing small rushes with guide mode on until I'm nearly at my max floor. This will get me higher prestige, which will get me more XP per floor and be a lot more efficient. I shouldn't need to reset my ring at all on the way to 99. The reason I left woodcutting to finish in DG is because it's actually some of the most efficient woodcutting XP in the game. Every time you open a door on the critical path, that's the path in a floor that leads to the boss, and guide mode highlights on your map if you're using guide mode, which I will be to save a lot of time, there's a chance for the best trees you can cut to appear. I'll chop these down as I see them to knock out 99 along the way. And there we are, level 80 dungeoneering. Some nice league points for the level milestone. I saved dungeoneering for last because it's a lot easier to do with max skills, and I love it, so it's a great way to finish off this grind. And there's level 99 woodcutting complete. Now I can focus solely on finishing dungeons fast, which will be great. I'm gonna skip a lot of the slower puzzles because I'm still not at my max floor and I won't hit it before 99. Instead, I'll open as many bonus doors as possible that are quick and focus my main efforts on the critical path. This is going to be more efficient since I only have 1 personal gatestone. I can also use the group gatestone as a second gatestone during the floor, so I have 2 areas on the map gated at once. One of my next projects is going to be the most comprehensive dungeoneering guide or series of guides ever made, so make sure to watch out if you're interested in learning more details about DG. Speaking of learning interesting things, I just discovered that there is one occult room layout that has the old incorrect lighting that was patched a while ago. That's so funny. It swaps just back and forth no matter where I go, no matter what room. It's definitely just this one room missed the rework. And there's 99 hit points and 94 dungeoneering. I'm gonna go grab some wild cards using my tokens. This is a little risky, but I should have enough tokens to get at least one wild card at this point. Oh, that's unlucky. Okay, nice. There we go. A preening ibis. I was starting to get a little worried. These cards will give a big XP buff that multiplies with the League's XP buff, likely allowing me to skip an entire large floor. And there's our second to last 99. Magic is complete. All that's between me and Maxscape is a few more dungeoneering floors. Okay, I'm gonna use the card with this floor since it's pretty well filled out. There we go, 98 dungeoneering, so close to 99. I'll do a quick small floor to finish it off. This grind has been some of the most fun I've had in RuneScape 3 in a while. Obviously, Jagex has a lot of learning opportunities, such as combat power, but the game mode still had a lot of really great strategies that don't exist in the main game. I'm hopeful that this is a new leaf for RuneScape that indicates we are heading in the right direction, focusing on making engaging gameplay instead of churning MTX for profit. I want to see the player base grow, and this is the way to do it over time. And that's the final small dungeon complete. 99 dungeoneering and 99 in all skills in RuneScape 3 Leagues. We did it. The max cape is complete. Let's go get that cape and check our time with Hans in Lumbridge. There goes the last of my cash. This cape looks so good. I'm feeling nostalgic. I didn't expect that at all, but it brings me back to when I got my first max cape. I had a party with my clan where I got something like 10 99s at once and finished off with a rock tail for cooking that I ended up burning, causing a whole series of events. Okay, moment of truth. Hans, what's the damage? 3 days, 9 hours, 54 minutes. That's roughly 82 hours. We absolutely smashed our goal. The 99-hour man is a success. Thank you all for tuning in, watching, subscribing, and supporting me with your positive words. I do this for the love of the game and my love of the community, so I'm glad you were able to come along for the ride. As for what's next, you tell me. I'll be working on more guides, but I forgot how much I love series, so maybe I'll pick one up again. Let me know in the comments, and thank you again for watching. Have a great day.